Before performing the lift, make sure that the bed is at a safe working height for the caregiver. Next, get the resident in a seated position on the edge of the bed. Use the head section of the bed to raise the resident to a seated position. Then, have the resident swing their legs over the bed. Help them if necessary.
How you doing today?
Place the standing sling around the resident's torso.
All right.
Put it around them so the sling label is on top facing the caregiver, and the inside, where the belt is located, is against the resident's body. Position the sling so that it is at the base of the spine and under the arms to a point just below the shoulder blades. The resident's arms must be outside of the sling. Buckle the belt around the resident's waist. Adjust it for a snug but comfortable fit so the resident won't slide out. Then, while one caregiver stays with the resident, the other moves the lift into position. Open the lift legs to the full open position by pressing the open button on the hand pendant. Explain to the resident that they need to place their feet flat on the foot plate while you roll the lift into position. If they are incapable of doing that, lift their feet for them. Roll the lift into position and stop once their knees are securely against the knee pad. Adjust the knee pad to a setting that will be comfortable for the resident and give them the support they need. Lock the rear casters to secure the lift for attaching the sling. Attach the sling to the lift arms. The straps on the sling have a series of color-coded loops sewn into them. Use the same color loop on both sides and choose the loop that most comfortably attaches without too much slack. This will make sure the resident stays comfortable and stable during the lifting process. Make sure the loops are securely attached to the sling hookup points.
What I want you to do is
Instruct the resident to hold on to the hand grips on both sides of the lift.
All right, good. And what I want you to do is just
Relax
relax
and to lean back
just
into the
do all
sling.
Work for you, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, great.
Unlock the rear casters so the lift is free to adjust to a new center of gravity. Press the up button on the hand pendant to put a little weight on the sling. Before going any further, double-check the attachment points to make sure they're properly secured. Once you've verified this, you can raise the resident above the surface of the bed, just high enough so they clear the surface with their weight fully supported by the lift. This technique results in a lower center of gravity, which makes the device more stable, easier to move, and enhances the resident's sense of security. Use the push handle to maneuver the lift away from the bed and slowly move the resident to the commode. Position the resident as far over the commode as possible. Prepare the resident's clothing for toileting. Press the down button on the hand pendant to lower the resident securely in place. Lock the rear swivel casters. Unhook the sling from both attachment points. Unlock the rear casters. Have the resident lift their feet off of the foot plate. Move the lift safely away from the resident. Once toileting is complete, instruct the resident to put their feet flat on the foot plates as you roll the lift into position, stopping once their knees are securely against the knee pad. Lock the rear casters to secure the lift for attaching the sling. Attach the sling to the lift arms with the same loops used earlier. Instruct the resident to hold on to the hand grips on both sides of the lift, relax, and to lean back into the sling.
Lean back and relax as the lift goes up and gently.
Unlock the rear casters. Press the up button on the hand pendant to put a little weight on the sling. Before going any further, Double-check the attachment points to make sure they're properly secured. Raise the resident above the surface of the commode. Perform any necessary hygiene tasks with their weight fully supported by the lift. Adjust clothing for transfer. Use the push handle to maneuver the lift away from the commode and slowly move the resident to the bed. Be sure that the bed rail is down and the bed is at a safe working height. Position the resident's leg against the bed. Press the down button on the hand pendant to lower the resident securely in place.
All right.
Lock the rear swivel casters. Unhook the sling from both attachment points. Ask the resident to lift their feet from the footplate
On the floor.
and pull the lift away from the resident. Unbuckle the waist belt and remove the sling from the resident. Then, swing their legs onto the bed.